hello, Girl Pants. How are you?
I have a tree.
You have a tree, and you have a turtle on your head, I see.
His name is Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Don't just say turtle. He actually takes that very, very poorly.
Oh, he takes offense to turtle.
He does take offense to turtle. He likes to be called by his name.
What is his name?
Jeremy. His name is Jeremy.
Jeremy. Well, hello, Jeremy. How are you? Anyway, today we're doing another What Are Dis?
What are this?
What are dis? Today we're going to do xycraft tanks. We
Which
call
craft?
them. I don't know if they pronounce it xycraft or if it's just xycraft. But they call them multi-tanks, and they're similar to another tank that we did recently. You're making me. I'm gonna throw up.
Good.
They're similar to the iron tanks, but they're less resource intensive and a little bit easier. They got a few differences, so I figured we'd go over those today. Does that sound good?
Sounds awesome.
What are this? Okay.
What are this? What are this?
So a big difference is that you can make it out of many different materials. You don't need the specific walls for the corners and the walls. You don't need specific blocks. You can use all sorts of different other blocks. So the one thing you do need is called a valve. So I'm looking one up, and if we look at the recipe, we need iron bars. We need 4 iron bars and a bucket. And engineering blocks, which
the buckets are hard to come by.
I actually have some iron. Actually, if you want to get started here, can you make a bucket and some iron fence?
That's a cauldron. Bad girl pants.
So to make the engineering blocks, you just need some stone bricks, some xycride, redstone, and this stuff is just the things you get from the raw ore when you're down mining. There's tons of that stuff, any color, and you just smelt it just like a piece of iron. So I've done that here. I just got a little furnace, and I used the color blue. So this is the raw stuff that you get, and I'm just gonna put that in there. You see, it just smelts up.
What else did you need me to make?
Iron fence and a bucket.
Iron fence. Okay, iron fence. Bucket's right here.
Okay.
Iron fence. I picked up the bucket accidentally. I'm sorry.
Or iron bars, I should say.
Oh, that would be why I'm having trouble.
It's just 2 rows of 3.
It.
Okay. I just looked it up.
There you go, buckets.
Okay, buckets.
Yep.
All right, and okay, that's more than enough. Let's see, here we go. Fence and buckets and this stuff and this stuff.
Yeah, and that and this. What are this?
Pop our. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We need to make these.
Pop
first.
some tags.
I'm gonna pop some tags.
Only got $20 in my pocket. Sorry, what?
I had no idea that popping tags meant buying clothes until I heard that song. I feel like it's made up. To be honest. I don't think anybody's ever used the phrase popping tags.
How do you think bootylicious became a thing?
That's isn't that in the Bible? Bootylicious?
Yeah, it's in Jeremy.
Thou shalt be bootylicious?
Yeah. It's the book of Fergie, clearly.
The book of Fergie.
This is why you keep me around.
Okay, there we go. So that was really easy. Not very many resources. Just some iron.
Now we're going to hell.
Redstone.
That.
There is that. So you need a valve, and I think the maximum size you can make this is a 12 by 12. But
a regular valve or an iron tank valve?
A regular valve. Here, I'll give you one. One of those.
What are this?
So the tank total size can be up to 12 by 12, but and it doesn't need to be square. It does not need to be square like the iron tank ones. It can be it can be rectangular. Now, the sizing goes by the internal, the open space. So if it's a 12 by 12, it's really only 10 by 10 size inside.
Okay. You have to subtract out the corners.
Yeah, so the material you make it out of can be anything that's a hard material. So you can't use dirt or sand or
gravel
or wool or gravel or anything like that. And you can use glass, but not for the edges, I think. So I have a whole bunch of cobblestone.
Good thing cobblestone's finally useful.
Value in the tank, if you remember the iron tank one, it was the bottom center block is what did it. Now,
I remember.
With this, it's the valve that stores it, and you can have more than one valve in a tank. But if you break one, the value is split evenly between them.
Split evenly?
Yeah. So if there's 1,000 buckets in a tank total, but you have 2 valves, each valve holds 500.
Math is hard.
See what I'm saying?
I understand.
Oops. Did you fill in the top?
Not yet. With glass you want it, or with...
Doesn't matter. You can fill it with anything you want.
All I have is glass on me right now. So glass it is. Dun, dun, dun.
And you can use different materials. You know, you don't need to just use this. Your tank could be filled with a whole bunch of different crap.
I love crap.
Oops. There we go. And did you see how it just got covered? All I did was right-click on the valve.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yep, so you right-click on the valve and you get this cool hue when you mouse over it, and that lets you know that it's a tank.
Did I mention the tank is a tank?
Did I mention the tank is a tank? Now you can...
the sedan also protect against missile attacks?
Now you can... It's a good episode. Now you can fill up the tank through any valve. But if you think about it, see how it's filling up?
Yeah, I do.
Now if I wanted to take water out of it and I put a valve on like the second row, I wouldn't be able to get water out of it because the water has to be reaching the valve.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Like in real life.
Real life.
Yeah, unlike an iron tank where you can take it out anywhere no matter what.
Because that's not real life.
Mm-hmm. And another cool use is, say you really, I don't imagine what anybody would be doing it for, but if a full 12 by 12 tank wasn't enough, you can actually equalize them using a valve. So if we put a valve, like, let's see, if we break this and we put a valve here.
Yeah, and then make another tank.
And then we basically made, and it doesn't have to be the same shape either.
Huh.
If we did this.
You're missing. There you go.
I think it can be one high. I'm not sure. Maybe not. We want it to look a little better than that. There we go. Make it some weird. We'll make it like that. Weird shape. There we go. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
I'll fill in the edges with glass for you. So I'm a useful human. There needs to be more cobblestone over here.
Did I miss some?
Yep.
Okay, we're back from technical difficulties.
Did you want me to make the sound effect?
Yeah, go ahead. You didn't do that very well. Anyway, so an important thing to note is that the corners of this second tank can't be glass, which is what we had right here. So I turned those into cobblestone. That's where That's where we were wrong, and I kept saying, "What are this?" And the girl pants didn't know. So we have
Girl
this
pants
tank.
is useless.
We have this tank here that's filling up, and we're going to turn this side into another tank, and there's a valve between them. Oops, there we go. So there's that valve right in the wall between the two. So I'm going to click on this guy and make this a tank, and now the water instantly gets divided up equally between the two.
The tank is a tank.
Did I mention the tank is a tank? And if I break one of the things here, it all gets put back into that first tank, I think, actually.
It says multi-tank.
Does it? Let's see. Oh. Ooh. Oh, my graphics just glitched out there.
Yeah, mine did too a little bit. It was pretty funny.
Server fail.
Derpy derp. Thanks,
that's
Derpina.
delicious.
Can I just call you Derpina?
Derpina?
Derpina.
Okay. So, now if we do this, let's see here. If I go like this, break this guy.
Can we put liquid DNA in these tanks?
I'm pretty sure anything that's registered as a liquid will work, and that
Liquid
includes...
DNA is kind of a fuzzy one.
Well, I mean server-wise. Like, I'm pretty sure the server registers liquid DNA as a liquid.
I asked this because a bunch of bees are going to meet an untimely death in that way.
Ah.
And I don't want them to know it's coming, but this would be useful for me in, real-life adventures. The real-life adventures of Girl Pants.
Did I give you a valve?
Yes.
Can I have it?
Put it here?
Yeah, actually, go ahead. Put it there. Nope. Here, I'll give it back to you. Don't take that one. I'll put it. I'll put it. Oops. Shit. Come back.
The real-life adventures of Girl Pants.
I can't reach it.
Next in this episode.
Trying to reach.
Sticky Minute fails at life on the interwebs.
No. I just fail
What?
at getting... I just fail at reaching into tanks and grabbing things. Okay.
Because the tank is a tank. And it protects against missile attacks, obviously.
So now if I turn this one... See how it didn't equalize it? It's because of the valve being in that second row, the second block height, right? So the water hasn't reached it yet. Yeah. So in this situation, once this fills up to there, like the first tank will have a whole block's height worth of water, and anything over that will start to fill up this one. So I mean, it follows physics pretty well, which is kind of cool.
Except for the fact that it's a cobblestone tank.
One weird thing, though, is at least with my texture pack, it makes the glass walls back to like the original low
low res.
Yeah, original looking glass. It's kind of cool, but at least that way you know it's a tank.
So the tank is a tank.
Did I mention the tank is a tank?
I love that line so much. Meg, these are the questions you have to ask. Does it also protect against missile attacks?